cold starts. Did someone say cold starts? Yes, everyone. A lot of people have requested me to do those cold start videos of the lawnmowers and trimmers. I hadn't been able to do it the past 2 weeks just because the weather was very uncooperative. It was either raining or way too cold, like -3, -4 degrees Celsius. So today it is a very beautiful weather today. It's 10 degrees Celsius. Sky is clear for the first time in 2 weeks. And I'll be able to start every single machine that I have. Well, at least the working lawnmowers, anyway. And look, everyone, I have the rally out. That hasn't been started since 2009. So that'll be cool to start up. And I'll show you what's wrong with it. So, as I do in the past 4 years, I make 2 videos. 2 big videos, in fact. So the first part you're going to see now is all the startups of the trimmers and the blowers, and then the second part is all going to be the lawn boys. So before I go on to the starts, I'll show you which ones I won't be able to start because they don't run anymore. Okay, the 5126, as you've probably seen from last year, it backfired and just doesn't run anymore, so I'll have to check the carburetor one more time and see if I can get it started again. I just didn't have time. I was just so busy with school and my lawn business. I haven't even looked at it. The 5269G, well, that runs, except the rope broke, so I'll have to go to Canadian Tire whenever I get my car. My car is currently in the body shop reinforcing the frame. So until I get it fixed, I'm going to go to Canadian Tire and get a rope from it. The 10642C, well, it runs perfectly. It's just charging up the battery so I can key start it. And the trimmers that won't run. Well, obviously the Homelite here, no carburetor. Well, the carburetor is on my Z825 SD, which I seem to like it a little bit better than this one. And my Featherlight, I had a brand new carburetor kit. It always runs and then it completely dies. My XC600 has a similar problem. I'll show you that one. And of course the Stihl FS60. There's no point in starting it up because all you have to do is just plug it in and it's going to go. Sweet. Okay, so the very first trimmer that we're going to start is my 1995 Ryobi 700R. With a 31cc motor. Very reliable. Okay, put on choke. 2, 3, 4 should be fine. And see how it cranks up. Oh, we got forage. That's good. A little smoky, ain't too bad. Don't tell Al Gore. It is Earth Day, you know. Absolutely runs perfect. Being a trimmer for that old. Well, that passed the test. Awesome. Alright, got some gas in here. This one here is a 1997 Homelite, the ZR series. It's also called the Z825 SD. This one has a 25cc motor. Put on choke. 2, 3, 4. Should do it 4 primes. Just want to see if you can actually see what I'm doing. Yes, you can. And that is no bullcrap. That started the quickest it's ever been for the couple of years since I never used it. Gotta love your ZR Homelites. Those were the good ones. Not those crappy Chinese ones that you now see in Home Depot. Well, that one's going to come later on. Alright, the next green one here is a 1998 Weed Eater XT600. This one has a 24cc engine. It's actually a pretty good motor. It's been used in old Craftsman's and even Husqvarna motors back in those days. Well, I don't really have high hopes for starting this one. This one doesn't run too well as it did last year. But anyway, I'll show you what it does. It will run right and then all of a sudden it'll just stop. Maybe it's the carburetor, but I will have to check. Okay, 4 primes. It's on choke. Okay, I got fire edge now. Huh. Weird, because it used to run so well last year. You saw it start up much quicker than my Shindaiwa. Oh, there we go. See, that's what it does. It dies right after. Yeah. So can anyone tell me what is pretty wrong with this weed eater? Would certainly be appreciated. Because I tried looking at the carburetor. I cleaned it, got some fresh gas in there. Maybe someone would chime in. It'll be great to get this weed eater running. Alright, so that one failed. Needs some work. Not too bad. Alright, this guy here. This is a 2000 Homelite UT20772 ZipStart. Yeah, this is the one that I repaired recently, and again, it doesn't run too well. Okay, so this one's on choke now. 1, 2, 3, one more prime should be fine. I'm going to hold the throttle. Up. Maybe it'll run. Alright, now I gotta open up the choke a little bit more. There we go. Huh! Doesn't run too well, but hey, it started. Hey, not bad. Not bad. So far, the only one that really needs to work is that weed eater. Oh dear, this one. The temperamental Shinde Wow Home Pro. This one here is a 2003 model. It's got a 21.1cc Kawasaki motor. A very similar engine that's used in most Echoes. Oh yeah, it's true. Gotta show you. This one here is made in Japan. Okay, it's on choke. Primer bulb right over here. 4 prime should do fine. So let's see how long this Shindaiwa takes. I'm actually going to do a long video on this one here. Okay, so hold the throttle. Actually not. Or maybe I will. A little more gas. Oh, it started easier. Yeah, sure is spinning. Big question. Will she restart right up? Let's find out. Yeah, look at that. True champion. So it's the very first trimmer that I ever bought that I started using commercially. Alright. Last red one before we get on to my lovely Stihls. Yeah, this is the Homelite Mightylite 26SS, or better known as UT21546A. June of 2008. Alright, so here is the starting procedures of how to start this trimmer here. Now it's an SS, so it's a straight shaft. Pretty cheap. Okay, this one features roto choke, which is not my favorite type of choking system because there's no air cleaner behind the carburetor, which is a pretty stupid design if you ask me. So, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to get 5 primes. Alright. And there we go, she's running all by herself. A half choke, and then I'm going to switch it on to run. You know something, a lot of people gave me flack about this trimmer and how it'll never last. That was the first video that I made back in 2009. Well, it is now 2013. I've used it commercially for 3 years now. No, 4 years now. And look at it. It's running perfect. Gotta give the Chinese some credit here. They made a good trimmer. Well, a decent trimmer really. Not as good quality as these Stihl and Husqvarnas and Red Maxes. But she's a good competitor. And if you know how to maintain your trimmers well, they'll sure run. Not all Chinese are completely junk machines. And here's living proof of it. Yeah, I did forget to mention that Homelite Mightylite has a 26cc motor. The John Deere Homelite that I had to play with the choke has a 25cc. Alright, now for my lovely Stihl. The very first one that I ever owned and got me hooked on the Stihl. is a FS38 from 2009. I've owned it for 4 years, been a very good trimmer. It's powered by a 27.2cc motor. It's basically an FS45 with a shorter shaft. And it's not available in the US. And it's only available here in Canada and elsewhere. Don't know why, but guess that's what it is. See, not lying. Proved to use an FS38, as well as the housing here. Okay, so it's on choke. Alright. See how this one starts. Oh, like a true Stihl. I didn't even have to hold the throttle. Always been so dependable. Backfires a lot though. This is the next one. This is a 2010 Stihl FS70-rc. This has a 27.2cc motor, but this one has a Strato-charged engine, very similar to the Husqvarna products. Paid $350 for this trimmer 3 years ago. Been very dependable. The only thing I don't like about it is that it does have flex cable shaft, so you can't really fit a blade on it. That's why I got these two machines. You'll see them in a bit. Okay, not a fan of these gas caps. Took me a couple minutes to actually screw it on properly. Well, okay, so this one has semi-automatic choke. What that does is that when you release the throttle, it goes back to the run position. Very innovative. Okay. 3 primes, has easy to start system, which means that it does have 2 coils in there, so it promotes easy starting. Look at that, awesome. Second pull. FS70-rc. Sounds like a chainsaw. So then a year later, in 2011, I decided to get my very first 4-mix motor from Stihl. This one here is a FS90r. This one did give me problems last year with a new diaphragm and a new spark plug that wasn't under warranty, which sucked a bit. But anyway. Okay, so it's on, put on choke, 3 primes, 2, 3. Usually 4-mixes are one-pull wonders. It'll be a little bit louder because I did take off the spark arrestor screen. There we go. Sounds like an ATV. Let's get a few revs. Sure can depend on your FS90. Now this lovely beast, and what a beast it is. Hardly ever used, and I only used it about a year right now. And you can say I went all big and out. 40.2cc motor, brand new in the box. I paid last year for my 250R $600. I could have gone a little higher, but there's no point for me to own a clearing saw. That's the next up from the FS250R. Same engine is featured in the FS350, the FS400, 450, 480 clearing saws. Okay, it's on, put it on choke. This one has the IntelliCarb, which is pretty cool design. Let's see how it roars to life. As easy as that. Sounds like a chainsaw. Good chainsaw in the motor, you know. Alright, let's rev it. Now for the blowers now. The oh so popular Stihl BG55 leaf blower. Again, this is a very popular model in Canada. Okay, so see how that one does. Okay, now start it. Put it on, put it on choke. 3 primes. I'm not going to hold the throttle. And she starts. Sweet. Alright, now this one here is my 2011 BG86. These two blowers have 27.2cc motors, except this one has a very similar engine to my 70. It is Strato-charged. Commercial units, professional blower. Again, like my 70, has semi-automatic choke. Hold the throttle, brings it automatically to run. Okay, so let's see how this one runs today. 3 primes should be fine. Alright. Won't hold the throttle, just leave it like that. I think I need to get rid of that spark arrestor screen. I think it's causing a trouble again like last time. And I usually run my Stihls on 89 octane gasoline with Stihl branded oil. Anyway, now it's time to start the backpacks. Let's get my 420 out. Arguably the best Stihl blower before the replacement of the BR350 and 430 came about. Yeah. Elastostart handle. This one has no primer bulb, so it's manual choke. So we're going to have to put it on the choke position, crank it till it fires, and then put it on run, a couple more pulls, and away she goes. I'll show you the month of when it was made. Thought for sure this was a 2006 model. Got this from Kijiji for $275. Yeah, 0409, so that means April of 2009, so it's a 4-year-old machine now. Very low hours. The guy sold it to me, didn't even hardly use it anymore. Okay. And it's a 57cc motor. Similar engine to the FS550, which is a beast of a trimmer. But comes at a hefty price of $1,400. So, it's on choke, it's on. Okay, so it fired. Put on choke, run. Runner. Tuned her up good this year. Alright, I have 3 minutes left on my camera before it's out of memory. Of course, everyone knows my brand new that I bought last year BR550 with a 65cc 4-mix motor. Now this one I'm not going to prime like I did last time I did the cold start back about a month ago. Look at that, first shot. You gotta love your Stihls, that's for sure. Well everyone, that's all the video that I have for now. Starting up all the trimmers. The only one that didn't run quite right is the Weed Eater XU600. So let me know if there's a potential fix on it, because I would like to repair it and start using it commercially again. So I'm going to go and save up the movie and edit it, and wait for the long portion. It's going to be another long video.